Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. As you guys can probably tell, today is a what you playing day, but there was something that happened today in the gaming world, I guess you want to say. And today was the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer reveal. And I watched it, and I gotta give my 2 cents about it. As you guys know, I'm a huge Call of Duty guy. I have been playing ever since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and even from then on, I went back and played 3, 2, and 1. So I'm a big fan of Call of Duty. I've been playing it for a very long time. So yeah, that's basically today's video. I just want to get out my opinion and just tell you guys what the multiplayer reveal was all about. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I'm taking all of this information from the multiplayer overview video on Call of Duty channel. I'll put a link for that in the description if you guys want to follow along. But in this video, they go over combat rigs first. And if you guys want to look at these kind of like as specialist characters, you can, because they definitely are like those. They have 6 of them. There's Warfighter, Striker, Phantom, Merc, Synaptic, and FTL. And each combat rig has 3 payloads and 3 traits. And these payloads kind of like our specialist abilities in Black Ops 3, and then these traits, the 3 traits are kind of like permanent perks in a way. You kind of get to have them the entire match. So you can only choose 1 payload and 1 trait for each combat rig, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly balanced from what I hear. And it's good to know that each combat rig is essentially kind of different, kind of unique in their own different way. In the video, they actually go over 3 different combat rigs, Warfighter, Merc, and FTL. Warfighter is kind of for the player who wants to get fast kills, quickly getting to an objective, and always being on the offensive. Merc is for the player who wants to hold down an area, kind of like this combat rig kind of honestly looks like a Juggernaut from MW3. He's a big old dude. He has armor. He has kind of like a sentry gun looking thing. So he definitely looks like a Juggernaut from MW3. That's the first thing I thought anyway. And then the FTL is kind of for the speedy players and for those players who want to get fast kills and want to have quick movement. So those are the combat rigs. In my opinion, I got on board. I can get on board with these combat rigs. I love the specialist characters in BO3, and I can't wait to see what these combat rigs do for Infinite Warfare and see how they play out and whatnot with their own payloads and traits and stuff. And then we get into the weapons and weapon crafting section of this video, and boy oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about here. Oh god, here we go. So like any other Call of Duty, there's going to be primaries and secondaries in the game. There's going to be ARs, SMGs, LMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, and there's going to be a classic section, which is actually really cool. So this classic section is going to have like an intervention, the UMP, maybe like a P90, stuff like that. So there's going to be energy weapons in the game, but also there's going to be classic weapons as well, which is very cool. But while they were talking about weapons in the video, they got onto this idea of prototypes. So you have your base weapon. Say if you're looking at like a P90, or not. Let's not look at the classic weapon. Say if you're looking at like an AK-47 lookalike in Infinite Warfare. There's going to be prototypes of that weapon in the game. So these prototypes are essentially variants. Okay, so these prototypes consist of common prototypes, rare prototypes, legendary prototypes, and epic prototypes. And each prototype has their own perk kind of assigned to it. And these variants kind of add on to those perks. So say, for example, in the video, they look at an EBR-800, which is an energy sniper rifle, I believe. This sniper rifle will have different types of prototypes. So the common prototype has increased ammo. The rare prototype grants an additional 10% score to kills that you get, and it also helps you reload faster when the clip is empty. The legendary prototype actually has a tactical nuke attached to it. Not attached to it, but assigned to it if you get a 25-player kill streak. And also, there's reduced recoil. And on the epic prototype, enemies at low health are highlighted, and there's increased damage. There's increased damage range. And I saw this and instantly thought, what the fuck? Like, you have no idea how mad I was. Because, so with these prototypes, you get, you were able to earn these prototypes through salvage, which is essentially the in-game currency, which is kind of like crypto keys, exactly like crypto keys, actually. And through salvage, you are able to, kind of make these prototypes, okay? And you get salvage through playing the game. It's fine. But we all know that Activision is going to put supply drops in Infinite Warfare. And what exactly is going to go into these supply drops? Yes, probably the prototypes. So prototypes are going to be in these supply drops, and it's basically going to be Advanced Warfare 2.0. And I'm not really happy about that. That made me very, very, very mad. And not only does this system go to primaries, but also goes to secondaries as well. And that just kind of worsens the situation. I think it's a very cool idea, don't get me wrong. But I feel like once the game comes out, it's going to be executed poorly. With supply drops coming in probably a month or two after the game comes out. And then people are going to be whining and crying because someone has a sniper rifle that literally highlights enemies at low health and has increased damage, while another person has a common sniper rifle that literally only has increased ammo. I feel like that's kind of unfair, in my opinion. And after they talk about all the weapons, or not all the weapons, but a good majority of the weapons and how they'll work in the video, they go on to sort of the equipment and the score streaks that will be in the game, or some of them anyway. And boy, oh boy, is there a lot of equipment in terms of grenades and stuff. I actually have watched a first impression video of Prestige's Key's impressions and Hutch's impressions. And Prestige's Key specifically points out that some of the equipment in the game is not good. And I already kind of felt that from that video. And I had this feeling like there's some of these like are just not going to work well in multiplayer. Let me go through the list real quick if you guys want to follow me on the video as well. There's the cluster grenade, which is kind of just like a regular grenade. There's the plasma grenade, which is like a sticking grenade, but it kind of sprays out plasma in all directions. There's a seeker grenade, which seeks out enemies and explodes. It's kind of like a spider thing that seeks out enemies and explodes. There's a trip mine, which is self-explanatory. There's an exploding drone. Basically, it's a launch drone that explodes on impact. There's this thing called tar, a tar that is kind of like a rocket-propelled system that shoots out sticky stuff. There's a flechette grenade, I don't know if I'm saying that right, that splits into multiple grenades. It's literally a cluster grenade but splits into little cluster grenades. There's a black hole projector, which I'm going to rant about that in a second. It's kind of self-explanatory. And then there's the biospike, which is like a throwing knife, but it sends out shrapnel during impact. So this black hole projector, alright, let me get onto this real quick. This thing, it's like a Gerst device from Black Ops 1 and Ascension, but it's in multiplayer. You essentially throw it, and people get sucked into it. Like, what the hell? Where in any universe would this be okay in multiplayer? I am looking at this from a domination perspective. Same thing with the secret grenade. If someone's playing domination, alright? If someone's playing domination, they throw this black hole projector at a point, say B, because that is the one that gets the most people. They throw it at B. There's 4 enemies there. It sucks all of them into there. Boom. You get it. And you get these every single time you respawn. Okay? So enough about the equipment that this video has shown. Let's talk about the score streaks that were shown. In my opinion, there wasn't really a lot of score streaks on the menu in the video. They had like a UAV, an advanced UAV. They had this thing called an RC-8. That's kind of like a massive robot. But from what the video shows, the score streaks seem really, really, really badass. Like, no joke. So they look very, very menacing, if I can say so myself. And so after talking about the equipment in the video, they move on to the maps. Okay, and the maps is actually pretty good. There's 3 lanes, which is every Call of Duty fan loves. 3-lane maps are the way to go, obviously. They're small to medium, which is also nice. And they are basically taking the movement system from Black Ops 3 and pasting it into Infinite Warfare. So there's going to be wall runs and sliding as well. Each map will cater to the wall runs and sliding. And basically, that's just how the map's going to work. There's going to be 3 lanes, small to medium, wall runs and sliding are back. There you go. Now, the modes that they introduced, or that they showed a little bit of, there's going to be fan favorites will be back, domination, team deathmatch, search and destroy, stuff like that. But they're also introducing new ones. One of the ones they touched on was Defender, and it's basically like a game of keep away. You basically try to keep this drone away from the other team as long as you can, and the longer you keep it away, the more points you get, kind of like that. Which is fine. I'm always open to new game modes. You know, I'm a huge fan of domination. Don't really play team deathmatch too much, but I'll look into the new game modes. I always do in every new Call of Duty. And there are some last few things to touch on. After watching Prestige's Keys video, on his first impressions and Hutch's first impression video of Infinite Warfare. They actually had some good stuff to say. So from the gameplay that I saw, there's actually health bars from the gameplay that they showed of them. I think Prestigious Key played the Defender game mode, and Hutch was playing Domination or Team Deathmatch on the new Terminal remake. I think it's only a 3-minute video, so it's not too long, but whatever. So there's actually health bars, which I found very interesting. I don't know how well those will play out, but we'll see. The time to kill of the TTK seems very fast from what they said and from what the video actually showed. It seems very, very quick. Hopefully it's not quicker than Ghost. Ghost was already quick enough. You get melted in that game. So I'm not a huge fan of fast TTK. So please, Lord, please have there not be too fast TTK. Also, Prestigious Key said there's weight to your person, like you feel kind of heavy, which is really cool actually. I like that addition. The movement is very, very quick as well, as it should be for these past couple Call of Duties. And Hutch said that it's like Ghost and BO3 had a baby. So I am very, very curious to see how that is. I was not a huge fan of Ghost multiplayer. I didn't like the fast time to kill. I thought the maps were kind of bland. The color scheme was kind of bland, although I guess it makes sense because it was kind of like a post-apocalyptic, not post-apocalyptic, but post-like nuclear America, I guess. I don't know, but I mean, we'll just have to see what it looks like. The beta, there's also a beta, if you guys didn't know that as well. There's a beta that's coming out, I think, on October 14th if you pre-order it. So make sure to go do that if you want to get in on the beta. I most certainly will be getting on the beta. I'll be bringing you guys gameplay of that as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to kind of give you guys the scoop on the multiplayer reveal and kind of give my opinions as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more content from myself, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Other than that, guys, I'm out. Peace.